I'm sorry. I apologize for these butterflies that bounce against the walls of my stomach. I tried to capture them all, I really did, but every time I cuff my hands around these weightless creatures. In an effort to provide a cave in the palms of my hands, one always manages to escape and flurry away until it finds space to rest on my sternum. Maybe that's why my heart skips a beat every time my eyes rest upon your face. It nuzzles in the creases formed by your skyscraper smile. It snuggles within the warmth of your eyes and hides behind your lashes. Like an animal finding shelter so it wouldn't be seen by the very one who wants to consume it. I hope that as obvious as it may seem, when you look in the mirror, you don't see what I see every time I look at you. If you do, I might lose you. It'll just be a replay of the lonely girl drooling over that man. I may see my everything and you may see your nothing. I'm sorry for touching you like it'll be the last time my fingertips come in contact with the warmth of your skin, as if one touch would be enough to sustain my inner thirst for love. I apologize for my demeanor when you come around. I giggle like a young child being tickled by her father, not caring about anything that lies within the four walls that stare so intensely. As the little girl beneath this shell begins to reintroduce herself to your eyes, I become vulnerable. I call you Daddy. I know I seem crazy when I get upset that you don't call. It's just that I want to make sure that I'm still remembered and never forgotten. Maybe I don't have that big of an imprint on your mind, so that every time you close your eyes, you see my face painted on your inward lids. But hopefully when you hear my voice, that will be the switch that will remind you that you're talking to the one who is so fond of you. I'm sorry if my words seem so mushy, but I'm apologizing. Apologizing for the times I gave you over and over again to prove yourself, but you screwed up every time. I convinced myself that it's just a trial run. There is room for errors, like there's room in the hands of my God to capture more pieces of my shattered heart. I'm sorry. Forever convincing myself that we will have a fairy tale ending. Even though I want you to be my prince, you are my beast. The very one who captured me, and no matter how much I want to escape, I fool myself into staying because in your space, I am familiar to my space. I'm the girl who has boundaries but allows you to cross the line, not because you're good enough. You don't deserve me. But because I want you to be. Me. The very person who was lost every time your hands rest in places so sacred that I've been told to never reveal to the sinful eyes of any man, so sacred that an oath was created until my husband can break it. Why am I fooling myself to think that my broken heart, my doubts, my desire, my false hope rests on me and my apologies? Maybe if I apologize, it'll change the fact that you didn't really want me. But it was written. With permanent marker, my apologies can white it out, but it'll still always be there. Its strong odor making itself known to anyone who was close enough to smell it. I'm sorry that every time you apologize, I don't truly accept it because I know you're just trying to shut me up. As if your words are a pacifier to my nagging lips. If you say love exists, let it run free and don't confine it to the nights spent in a car parked under a broken streetlight in the silence of a cold night. I'm sorry that I drift farther every time I try to have you come closer to me. It's just that time waits for no man, and as quick as it comes is as quick as it will go, and as quick as you come is as quick as I'll be waiting for your phone call. Every touch that I fell in love with is the same touch that makes my skin crawl. Just knowing that your intentions are not what they seem to be disgusts me. Tired of fighting for something that might not be for me. Those very same warm eyes that I see myself in may be the very same eyes that another lives in. And I don't like to share. So I'm sorry for trying to keep you when clearly you want to experience others. I'll just drift off and get to experience me. I'm sorry that my apologies are to a man who probably won't think twice of my words. Maybe I should be apologizing to the person writing this poem. I sold myself short expecting so much for someone so small. For putting my oath on the line for a man who would rather hear the ring of my moans in his ear rather than see a ring on my finger. I'm sorry that I put myself in situations that contradict me, the very same situations that I point my finger at as to why you don't love me, but those very same situations I embrace because maybe one day, because of them, you will love me. I'm sorry for losing myself, my self-worth, for allowing tears to occupy my time when I could have been using that time doing something constructive. That very same missing heartbeat will be the cause of a heart attack if I continue to try to capture those feelings that grow within the caves of my gut, looking for a place to go. Those feelings that I can't sustain with a smile. Those feelings that I try to crush in the palms of my hands. I can't get a grip on them because I can't grip reality. Hopefully, those very same feelings will no longer rest on my sternum but find a way out of my lips so I can pour out how I truly feel without looking stupid. And in that very same sentence ended with a goodbye. I apologize. I look in the mirror wondering who I am. All this time I think I lost myself, but I realized I just handed myself to you on a silver platter so you can take care of me, so you can hold me within your care. I don't think you realize that the less you care for me, the more I die. I apologize for letting it get that far because you shouldn't have any say over the life or death of my happiness. I'm sorry. For the last time you will hear from me. The last time you'll hear my giggle. The last time you'll feel the tips of my fingers on your warm skin. But this is for me, so I can break free. So my apologies to myself won't be in vain but true. So I can move on and leave space for someone who doesn't need to hear my apologies.